起的陆海之约、同心同行国际青少年使者跨国文明交流行动项目在重庆正式启航，并向世界延伸。项目面向全球青少年发起作品招募，邀请世界青少年共赴一场围绕文化、梦想与未来的深度对话。活动围绕家乡、未来、创意和跨文化对话4大投稿主题开展。多元化的主题与征稿形式为中外青年提供了多元的表达切口，更打破了传统交流的形式局限。截至2025年9月，活动吸引超2000名青少年参与，覆盖中国、西欧及“一带一路”沿线国家。通过绘画、视频和文字等多种表现形式，讲述家乡，描绘未来，展示创意。色彩勾勒热爱，用画面传递对地球大家庭的憧憬，镜头打破疆界，用真实叙事连接不同文化的共鸣，文字记录思考，用细腻表达探讨人类共同的未来。每一份作品都是跨越国界的青春对话，都在拼贴全球青少年鲜活的生活图景。活动影响力持续扩散，央媒权威报道，新媒体深度联动，海外平台精准触达，全媒体力量让全球青少年声音穿越山海，让中国故事走进千万青少年心中，为新时代中外文明交流互鉴写下生动的重庆注脚。于陆海之交，与未来之才，从作品展示到价值共鸣，这座跨文化交流的桥梁也将继续延伸，迎来更精彩的交流深化阶段。陆海之约，同心同行线上对话活动即将开启，让我们共同期待来自全球青少年跨越时空的交流与共鸣。
Dear guest and fellow student, good morning. 尊敬的各位来宾，亲爱的同学们，大家上午好。I'm Natalia, your host for today. As the autumn deepens, our shared anticipation warms this gathering. Across mountains and ocean, defining time and space, we come together for youthful dialogue centered on culture, dreams, and the future. On behalf of the organizer, Western China International Communication Organization and Chongqing Landminsi Media Co. Ltd., I extend our warmest welcome and sincere gratitude to all friends joining us online and offline. We are truly honored to have with us Mr. iChongqing, Director of the Office of International Cooperation and Exchange of the School of Foreign Languages at Southwest University, as our distinguished guest for this event. Mr. Li, a very welcome to you. We are equally delighted to welcome the 28th youth ambassadors from around the world, even though we are in a different time zone at this very moment, but our screens have brought us into the rhythm. Welcome. 欢迎你们. Every encounter marks the beginning of a new story. Today, our narrative will unfold through 3 imaginative themes: key scenes of my hometown, the future world in a decade, and my creative design. This is now merely a sharing session, but a collective painting to our future landscape. Now, let us embark on this wonderful journey together. First, let's dive into the first topic, key scenes of my hometown. 首先进入第一个主题，我的家乡关键场景。Our hometown remains a treasured memory etched in our hearts. Now, let's follow our young ambassadors' lens and narratives to step into unique hometown stories and feel the local flavor and culture pulse that makes each one special. The first one is Jin Xiaotong from Yucai Kulong Garden School. Welcome.
Greetings, I'm Betin. I'm 12 years old. I'm from Chongqing Yucai Middle School. Today, I'm very glad to participate in Seeking Unity Across Land and Seas activity. I enjoy learning English. I love English dubbing. I also had honor to participate in the first elementary Chongqing school student Model United Nations activity. Besides, I also love drawing, and many of my drawings have won prizes. On weekdays, I often participate in campus clubs, volunteer projects, and practical activities. I am a native of Chongqing. I love my hometown. And I want to make Chongqing go to the world. Let everyone fall in love with Chongqing. This is my work I presented at art gallery exhibitions. I want to show everyone is Chongqing is renowned as the mountain city and river city, with mountain and river independent. Its unique geography and landforms and unique cultural showcase a distinctive charm. And Chongqing is also known as City of Bridges in China, boasting magnificent bridges spanning the Yangtze River and the Jialing River. The Chongqing Light Rail, like a dragon, wends its way through mountains and rivers. And next things I want to tell you is where hills hold life's quiet charms. Chongqing people loved Chongqing noodles. The ancient alleys are wake up in with clinking of bones. The black honey has been transformed into small garden. Neighbors are call each other from different floors. Look, they are eating Chongqing noodles. Bowl after bowl, steaming hot spicy noodles. The aroma of chili peppers and Sichuan peppers wafts straight in your nose, making you can't help but salivate. Chongqing noodles is regular on street and lands of Chongqing. Chongqing people enjoy it to their heart's contact. Thank you.
Let's give a warm round of applause and support. The second one is Liu Chenxi from People's Primary School, Tongnan District. Welcome.
Hello everyone, I'm Liu Chenxi. I'm from Tongnan Renmin Primary School in Chongqing. Today, I'd like to invite you all to board the train of imagination and follow me to my hometown Tongnan to see, smell, and taste. First, an endless green sea will unfold before your eyes. That is Tongnan's vegetable base. Like two nurturing mothers, the Fujiang River and the Chongjiang River enrich the land with fertile soil, trading every vegetable to its peak. Under the hand of farmers, each vegetable fresh and tender. They are not just food on the table, but true guardians of our health. After wandering through the garden, let the river breeze carry us to a hot and sour scent that makes every mouth water. Yes, this is Tai'an fish, our Tongnan's proudest celebrity. One spoonful of that sour, spicy and delicious soup awakens every taste bud. The delightful spiciness will sneak back into your memory long after the last bite is gone. Speaking of that sourness, I must mention Lemon, Tongnan's another golden business card. Across rolling hills, lemon trees stand shoulder to shoulder. When harvest time arrives, countless little golden suns dangle from every branch. Dear friends, this is my hometown, Tongnan. She has fertile soil, bearing green hopes. She has surging river water, offering fiery, delicious food. She has lemon all over the mountain, giving off fresh fragrance. Welcome to my hometown to taste the unbelievable flavors. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your speech. And the third one is Liu Renjia from Chongqing Academy. Welcome. Hello, everyone. My name is Liu Renjia. I'm from Chongqing Academy. I am 17 years old. And today I want to introduce you to my beautiful hometown. But first, I'm going to introduce you to this fantastic rock. And you might ask, why is this rock so fantastic? It looks perfectly normal. Well, it is this specific stone that named my hometown. And this is Beishi. And it's a stone that sits quietly right in the middle of Jialing River that runs through the entire Chongqing city. And when the first settler of the town arrived here up north, and they found this massive rock in the middle of the river, and they say, well, you know what? Let me just name this place Bei as Bei for north and Bei for the name of the stone. And another fun fact about this stone is that Bei, this character Bei, in its name actually only have one meaning, which is the name of the stone. So you might say, well, this is a really fantastic thing that a place has a name based on a stone. And also the stone has a very unique character that belongs to itself. But I want to tell you is that the stone is not just a symbol or icon or reference of the place name. It's also a witness of many important historical periods of the town's history. For example, during the turbulent years of Sino-Japanese War, the rock has witnessed the town became something very remarkable. As universities, intellectuals, artists, and many important knowledgeable person came here in Chongqing, and especially in this town to escape war in other parts of the country, the city has quietly become a sanctuary for the Chinese traditional cultures and heritage. So this is basically about the stone. And speaking of the river and the stone, there's one celebrated activities that we must mention is next picture, please. Is here you can see to dip into the water during the summertime, because as you may all may not know, that in the summer it's really hot here. So people love to find an open air tea house by the riverside and just dip into the water, play some poker, and have a cup of tea with their friends or family. And also little kids just wander around the river to find themselves joy with water and rock. And when the dawn sets, when the evening came, there will be night markets beside these rivers, and there will be sizzling local food and snacks that will make you salivate, and there will be laughters and gossip between friends and family over their spicy hot pot. However, as the daytime and the evening is defined already by these generations before us, young people here in Beibei has seek to find their own place in the terms of the traditional practices of this town. And since the day has already been defined, they try to define the night activities of our town. And next picture, please. And the activity is to climb the Jinyu mountain at night. So this is a mountain sits at the side beside our town, and it's a natural cathedral, even though it's not really a magnificent mountain. And also this mountain has housed many ancient temples that our generations of the town's locals have went there to pray and wish the best for their family. This activity is that you start climbing the mountain at around 10 p.m. at the night, and then you went through a series of hiking and climbing and walking in the mountains under the starlight. You take a break, you share snacks with your friends or your teammates, and you might have some whispers and conversations in the darkness. And by the time you reach the summit, it's 4 to 5 a.m. next day at dawn. And this is the perfect time to capture the first shed of sunlight that touches the land and city beneath your feet. And as the sun gradually rises, you will saw the city come alive and awake from its sleep, and to see how this kind of calmness and peacefulness during the night turned into a bustling of city views during the day. And this is pretty much about my hometown, and thank you for listening to my introduction.
Thank you so much. I want to mention that every speaker has only 3 minutes, guys. Please pay attention to the time. And the fourth one, let's welcome Zhang Jian from Verahin High School of Chongqing. Welcome.
Hello everyone, I'm Zhang Zi'en from class 11 grade 8 of Chongqing number 2 Foreign Language Middle School. Today, I would like to share with you the soul of a city through 3 photographs. These images capture 3 distinct thematizations of Chongqing. Its vision of the future, its innovative wisdom, and its enduring spirit. The first photograph is an invitation to the future. Hundreds of drones take flight, transforming the night sky above Yuzhou Peninsula into a dynamic canvas. They wave together the glittering outline of Hongya Cave, the surreal moment of a light rail passing through a building, and even a spaceship traversing to the future. This symphony of light and shadow is a romantic poem written by Chongqing with technology. It unfolds not just a landscape of mountains and rivers, but also reveals a city emerging from tradition, sending an invitation to the stars. Next photo, please. The second photograph reveals the wisdom of a city. A light rail train passes straight through the heart of a residential building, a scene that seems almost surreal, yet it's part of daily life in Chongqing. When rugged terrain posed challenges to development, Chongqing did not circumvent them. Instead, it created solutions. The tracks curved elegantly through the air, coexisting with mountains and architecture. This is not just a marvel of engineering, it is a vivid expression of a philosophy. True wisdom lies in turning constraints into one's most distinctive landscape. The train passing through the building symbolizes Chongqing breaking through the limit and moving toward the future. The third photograph echoes history. Perched on the cliffs on Hechuan stands the ancient fortress of Fishing City. 7 centuries ago, as Mongol armies swept across Eurasia, this solitary stronghold held firm for 36 years, altering the course of the world history. It has since been called where God's whip was broken. Today, its silent ruins still speak of an unbroken will, a power born of perseverance, a dignity that could redirect the tides of history. From the technological dream in the night sky to the innovative wisdom on the rails to the silent vigil on cliffs, these 3 images moving from the future to the past together sketch the complete character of Chongqing. They show us a city that invites tomorrow with innovation, builds today with wisdom, and honors yesterday with dignity. This is the Chongqing I wish to present to you. Thank you.
Thank you. And now let's welcome our Philippine venue, which you can see on the screen. And the first one is Aline Janil Bautista from Confucius Institute and Angeles University Foundation. Welcome.
When you hear the word hometown, what comes to your mind? Perhaps it's the places, people, and moments that hold a special place in your heart. For me, that special place is Bulacan. It's my home, a place full of history and meaningful stories. In Bulacan, every corner has something to share. Bulacan is famous for its delicacies. The best of them all is pastillas de leche, a soft milk candy made from fresh Carabao's milk. Take one bite and its creamy sweetness warms your heart. There's also inipit, a layered sponge cake filled with rich custard cream, soft and melt in your mouth. And of course, the ensaymada, a buttery and cheesy that melts with every bite. These are more than just treats. They are the traditions passed down through generations in Bulacan. But Bulacan isn't only about its history of the past. It's even more famous for its lively and vibrant culture. When the Singkaban festival begins, the province bursts with life. The streets filled with cheerful music, colorful decorations, and highlight of the festival is a beautiful crafted bamboo arc with silks swaying brightly in the wind. Everyone dances with so much energy, and even some people who come just to watch can help but clap, smile, and join in. You can feel the pride and love for culture shining through every laugh and every bit of the drum. In the end, what makes Bulacan special is its real sweetness, warm, and lively spirit. It's not about how grand or fancy the place is, but every bite, every celebration fills your heart. This is my hometown, Bulacan, the place whose beauty I wish to share with everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. Next one, we're traveling the world and going to Sri Lanka venue. Let's welcome Sharuka Akanayaki and Tisaru Abeyagunavartha from St. Anthony's College.
Good morning, everyone. It's a privilege to be a part of this international conference and to speak before such an esteemed audience. I'm Shahrukh Ekanayaga and I'm ready to discuss on key scenes of my hometown. And this is a picture of Kandy Asal Perahara. The Kandy Asal Perahara is one of Sri Lanka's most famous and oldest Buddhist festivals. It is held every year in Kandy to honor the sacred tooth relic of Lord Buddha, which is kept at the Temple of the Tooth. The festival takes place in July or August and continues for about 10 days. During the Perahara, the streets of Kandy fill with beautifully decorated elephants, traditional dancers, drummers, and torch bearers. The main elephant carries a golden casket that carries that represents the tooth relic. The Perahara is show the respect, ask for blessings, and bring peace and prosperity to the country. It's not just an event. It's also a celebration in Sri Lanka's culture. Unity admired by people around the world. And this is a picture of Kandy River, also known as the Kandy Lake. It's a beautiful artificial lake located in the heart of Kandy. It was built in 1807 by King Sri Vikram Rajasinghe, the last king of Kandy, to add beauty to the temple of the Tooth Relic area. This lake is surrounded by a peaceful walkway called Kandy Vavaravan, which is about 3.4 kilometers long. Along the path, you can see interesting landmarks like Getilaka Mandapaya, a small pavilion on an island in the middle of the lake. The cloud wall, which decorates the lakeside, and the Ulpangi, once used as the Queen's bathing pavilion. The calm waters, shady trees, and historical surroundings make Kandy Baver a favorite place for locals and tourists to relax, walk, and enjoy the nature. It beautifully reflects the royal history and charm of the city. And its picture of Sri Dalada Maliga, the heart in the candy, which holds the sacred tooth of the Lord Buddha. Just being there with its golden roof and intricate carvings gives you a feeling of peace and wonder. Every year, we hold a grand Perahara to honor the tooth relic, a moment that brings the whole city together in celebration. Visiting the temple is more than just seeing a famous landmark. It's about feeling the spirit of Sri Lanka, its devotion, and its history. People from around the world come here not just to look, but to experience the energy, the pride, and the heart of the country. Standing in front of the temple, you can't help but feel connected to something much bigger, a sense of faith, culture, and unity that makes Candy truly unforgettable. And it's my hometown. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much.
One more time, Sri Lankan venue. Please welcome Tisharu Abegunavardha from the St. Anthony's College. Welcome.
And more personality about many hometown. My hometown Kandy, one of the most beautiful and culture-rich cities in my country. Sri Lanka is on an island nation in Indian Ocean, often called as the Pearl of the Indian Ocean, because the traditional nations pay traditions among its many beautiful cities and Kandy. One of the most beautiful, important place in Kandy is Temple of Tooth, also known as the Sri Dalda Maligawa. It is one of the most sacred Buddhist sites in the world, as it houses relic of Lord Buddha. Buddhists, especially during the famous Asala Perahara, a great religious and cultural processions. Another beautiful place is the Kandy Royal Botanical Garden in Peradeniya. This is the garden of one of the largest and oldest in Asia. It is the time to house of plants spaces, including the medicine plants and medicine trees, and many tourist attractions. Nature lovers visit the garden, enjoy this country. It is a peaceful environment and the rich biodiversity in the heart of Kandy. Listen and lives the Kandy. Build the last king of the Kandy kingdom. It is the calm and seasonic place where people go to walk, relax, or just enjoy the view. The lake is not only beautiful but also a symbol of the city history. A part of the those Kandy is also known as the education industrial tradition arts credits, and of course it is main welcoming peoples, the blend of essential history, religious, and important and nature unity. In conclusion, I am proud to be a tell Sri Lanka is my country, and even proud to be a set my hometown is Kandy. With the historical leadership and nature and attractions with the surrounding, it is reminds we suitable to salute in our wonderful places to live. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. We're back to Chongqing, and let's welcome Wu Xuli from Chongqing University of Technology. Welcome.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wu Li, a sophomore from Chongqing University of Technology. It's such a great honor to be here and share with you all about my beautiful hometown, Nanchuan, located in the south of Chongqing. So, when I say summer in Chongqing, what's the first word that comes to your mind? Yeah, I guess probably it's hot, right? But today, I want to introduce to you a natural air conditioner to escape that heat in Nanchuan, the Jinfo Mountain, a World Natural Heritage Site. As you climb up the mountain, the summer heat melts away and you can feel the temperature drop with every step. You can not only admire the sea of clouds, but also feel the gentle breeze brush your face and even spot the rare black monkeys if you are lucky. If Jinfo Mountain is Nanchuan's natural business card, then the East Street is a live album of Nanchuan people where you can truly feel the city's heartbeat. As dusk falls, the food stores settle on both sides, filling the air with various enticing aromas. Children's laughter echoes through the alleys, and elderly residents gather in small groups, chatting or playing a board game. And the heart of this atmosphere lies in our local food. The one dish that truly represents Nanchuan is Fangzhu bamboo shoots. Grown on Jinfo Mountain, these shoots have a special square shape and a mild, sweet flavor. You can enjoy them in two simple ways. Slowly simmered in a soup to bring out their natural sweetness, or quickly stir-fried to preserve their crisp, tender texture. So that's Nanchuan, where the mountains offer a cool escape. The streets welcome you with own hustle and bustle, and its unique flavors create unforgettable memories. The story of Nanchuan is still being written. Now, I sincerely invite each of you to come and add your own wonderful chapter to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. And the next one, let's welcome Anikieva Sofia from Southwest University. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anikieva Sofia. I'm a student from Southwest University, and I would like to tell you about my hometown, Kyiv. Kyiv is one of the oldest cities in our country. The first settlements appeared here about 2,500 years ago, and later in 1181, people from Novgorod came to these lands and founded a town on the banks of Vyatka River. Kyiv had different names. Firstly, it was Helena, later Vyatka, and finally in 1934, it renamed Kyiv in honor of revolutionary Sergei Kirov. Can you? Thank you. Throughout history, Kyiv played an important role in the development of Russian Northern territories. During World War II, many factories and research institutes were evacuated here from western regions of the country. Thanks to that, Kyiv became an important industrial and scientific center, producing equipment and machinery for the whole country. However, Kyiv is famous not only for its industry, but also for its art, traditions, and creativity. Can you please? One of the brightest symbols of our region is Dymkova toy, a handmade clay figure painted in cheerful colors. It has been made for more than 400 years in nearby village of Dymkova. Each toy is unique. You can see ladies in elegant elegant dresses, mothers with children, brave horsemen, and funny animals. These toys are full of color, joy, and imagination, showing the lively spirit of our people. Another well-known traditional craft is cooker's lace. It's a delicate lace made by hand. It looks incredibly light and beautiful, like frozen snowflakes. Kirov also has a proud connection to a great Russian artist, the Vasnetsov brothers, Viktor Vasnetsov and Apollinario Vasnetsov, famous painters who created masterpieces of Russian art. For example, Viktor Vasnetsov is known for his paintings inspired by Russian fairy tales, such as Bogatyrs, Alenushka, and Ivan Tsarevich riding a gray wolf. Apollinario Vasnetsov is famous for his historical landscapes of ancient Moscow. Nowadays, there is a Vasnetsov Brothers museum in Kiev, which preserves their works and continues their artistic legacy. For me, Kiev is not just a point on the map. It's my home and my inspiration. No matter where I go, Kiev will always remain in my heart as a place that taught me the warmth, kindness, and imagination. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much. And we're going next. My sincere thanks to all of young ambassadors for guiding us on such a fascinating digital journey. Through these vivid hometown stories, we have truly felt a profound sense of culture, diversity, and belonging. And now, as we turn our gaze from the familiar soul beneath our feet to the horizon beyond, an even greater question awaits. What will our future look like? Let's carry this sense of wonder into our second theme, the future world in decade. 让我们带着这份好奇进入第二个主题，10年后的未来的时间。Now let's us immerse ourselves in the burst of imagination ideas about the future springing from the minds to our young visionaries. The first one is Zhou Linke from Shoppingaba Primary School in Chongqing. Welcome.
Hello everyone, I am Rachel, 8 years old from Shoppingaba Primary School, grade 3. Now I want to talk about the future world through my eyes. Imagine a world where the line between impossible and everyday has been completely erased. A world where our wildest dream, which can find it through the pages of a storybook, has become our reality. That's the future I want to talk about today. It starts with how we move. The transportation marvel won't just get us from point A to point B. It will adapt it to our needs, not the algorithms around. Imagine cars are not just a car. One moment, it glides smoothly through city streets, and then it transforms into a sleek submarine that you explore the ocean depths. Need to reach the stars? It can also turn into a spaceship soaring beyond the clouds. But this magical thing isn't just about grand adventures. It can also turn into a high-speed train, connecting cities with a blink of an eye. And then, it can also stretch out its 4 long legs, carrying you off all the cars. And so, you won't be stuck in all of those cars. And it can get you to your destination swiftly. And if you are feeling a little bit sweet, it can also turn into a ice cream car, bringing joys to a summer day. This isn't just about transportation. It's about freedom, creativity, and a touch of magic all rolled into one. And you can think of the future. There are a lot of things, but only kids can think of them, and they can create of them. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for your wonderful sharing. Let's welcome Ma Jihan from Chongqing Yucai Experimental School in Zhulampo District. Welcome.
Hello everyone, I'm Ma Zihan from Chongqing Yucai Experimental School. Today, I'm truly honored to share with all of you the future creatures, my vision for the world 10 years from now. In my imagination, the world a decade from now will revolve around 3 core keywords: interconnected, green, and empowering. Technology with empathy. Artificial intelligence will no longer be called code, but a companion that understands our learnings, habits, and emotional needs. Personalized education will become widespread, ensuring that every child can shine with her unique brilliance. A breathing environment, clean energy will become under the standard. Our cities will blend in seamlessly with nature, with buildings colored in greenery, enabling us to truly coexist in harmony with the earth. A personalized life, technology will completely break down geographical barriers. Through mixed reality, we will be able to collaborate and learn with people from around the world as if they were our neighbors, while cultural understanding will reach unprecedented depths. However, this beautiful blueprint will not materialize on its own. It requires us, starting today, to explore with curiosity, innovate, create, and build through collaboration. Friends, we are not just the inheritors of this future, we are its architects. Let us make a commitment and work together to turn today's dreams into the reality we will share 10 years from now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now is Peng Yan Si from Chongqing Renmin Primary School. Welcome.
Hello everyone, my name is Peng Yanze. I'm in grade 3 and I'm from Chongqing, a beautiful city with big mountains and clear rivers. Today I want to share my dream about the world in 10 years. In that future, my best partners, superwings, will always be by my side. Superwings are a group of cool aircraft robots. Each of them has special abilities. With them, I can do so many amazing things. First, they can take me to travel around the world. When we fly over golden rice fields, I see automated harvesters working like busy little robots. Smart irrigation clouds float above the fields, helping crops grow well. We even help send the farmers harvest grain to every corner of the world. Superwings tell me that technology makes farmers harvest more food. I feel so happy because no one will worry about being hungry anymore. Besides helping with farming, superwings are a great friend for learning. We can learn from each other easily. I can show them my hometown, Chongqing, and they can tell me about other countries. We talk our favorite foods too. I think the world's cultures are like different beautiful flowers. People from all places should be friends and talk equally. With super wings, my future dream is to see a better world. I hope everyone can be friends, no matter where they are. Can play happily together and no one go hungry. Technology and kindness will make our life full of happiness. We can help each other make home better and live happily together. Thank you.
Let's give him a warm round of applause. And now, Chu Yuhan from Renhejie Primary School in Yuzhong District, Chongqing. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tu Yuhan, a 10-year-old fifth grader. I love reading. Fairy tales let me meet talking rabbits, clever foxes, and magical elves. Science books tell me how the stars shine bright and why the moon changes shapes at night. I also enjoy traveling with my family. Last summer, we visited quiet mountain village with White House. I picked sweet, fresh strawberries in the warm sun with my little brother. I often daydream about the world in 10 years. It must be full of amazing and lovely surprises. First, technology will help us a lot in daily life. No more heavy school bags on our backs. All textbooks, exercise books, and homework will be on a lined, thin tablet. Our jackets may be smart, showing easy English words or simple math problems when we wait for the bus. Flying cars with soft colors will zip gently in the sky. So we are never to be late because terrible traffic jams. Cute little robot with round eyes will stand by teachers, telling fun, vivid stories about lovely animals or faraway space. Second, the environment will be more beautiful than now. Shining solar panels on roofs power our homes, buildings, and cars. Keeping the sky blue like a soft colors blanket. Our life will be more funny too. Our school playground is like magic. Just push a small button, it turns quickly from a football field to a basketball court. In parks, smart plants with small lights will say hello in a soft voice when we water them. This future isn't just a sweet dream. We need study hard every day and work together to make it truly real. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. And we are going back to the Philippines venue. And let's welcome Rinel Gonzalez from Confucius Institute at Angeles University Foundation.
A decade of light, a pre-service teacher's vision for world peace. To our respectful panel of judges, to our organizers, to the voices of the youth, to all our future builders, and to the whole world, I am Reynal Al Gonzalez from the Philippines. Greetings in the pursuit of teaching excellence and good hope. In the heartbeat of a rapidly globalizing world, nations draw closer with every sunrise. Borders blur, voices mingle, and dreams travel across lands and seas. Yet, amidst this closeness, humanity still trembles under the weight of conflict, prejudice, and misunderstanding. We share one planet, but too often forget we share one soul. And so I hold tightly to a truth that whispers through generations. 世界和平从教育开始. World peace begins with education. As a pre-service teacher, I see education as the quiet architect of tomorrow's harmony. In every child's laughter lies a promise. In every lesson, a seed of compassion waiting to bloom. Education is not merely the transmission of knowledge. It is the awakening of empathy. When children learn to listen before they speak, to understand before they judge, and to love before they fear, they become the living language of peace. A decade from now, I envision a world where children live with unity, respect, and compassion, growing as global citizens who bridge cultures, uphold justice, and build lasting peace across nations. I imagine classrooms filled with the light of curiosity, where different tongues weave together in understanding, and lessons transcend textbooks to teach humanity itself. The rules of society, once built on power and control, will evolve into principles rooted in fairness, cooperation, and kindness. Teachers, as guides of young hearts, will no longer simply enforce rules, they will breathe life into them. Every act of respect, every shared smile, every moment of patience will become a lesson in peace. The classroom will no longer be four walls, but a window to the world where children see beyond their difference and recognize the beauty of being human. As a pre-service teacher, I stand at the threshold of the dream, holding the torch of hope that education has lit within me. I see children not as learners of the present, but as builders of the future, crafting a tapestry of harmony woven with the threads of respect and understanding. 心中有爱，世界有光. When there is love in the heart, there is light in the world. This is the world I dream of, a world shaped not by division, but by dialogue, not by fear, but by friendship. Maraming salamat, pagpupugay at mabuhay.
Thank you so much, the Filipino students. And we are going back to Sri Lanka venue. Let's welcome K.H. Pubudu Chatmin Fernando from St. Anthony's College. Welcome.
Hello everyone. Wish you a very pleasant morning to you all. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the world 10 years after now. What do you see? Skies filled with peace or smoke from wars? Smiling faces or silent screens? The future in a decade depends on the choices we make today. I dream of a future where every person on earth is being treated with love. Every elder is being taken care of. A world built on peace, compassion, and unity. A life spent with the meaningfulness, where minimalism is maintained, where the people are happy with what they have got. Next slide, please. Today is different. Everyone is chasing to own everything in the world. If we continue to consume resources at the rate we do today, by the next decade, humanity would need almost 2 Earths to survive. 2 Earths, but we have only one, right? Isn't it the time that we ask ourselves, what kind of future are we creating? This is all because of the lesson of impermanence that nature teaches us. What we ate, enjoyed, had fun of yesterday is just gone and won't come back. For instance, what if I ask you, what's your future dream of your life? You would probably say to become a CEO of a company, to own the best car in the world, or to live a happy family life with your life partner. To be honest, does any of that matter anymore if you were to be hospitalized due to a deadly disease, or if you were to get paralyzed from a sudden accident? Actually, no, right? All the money, all the respect, all the positions could be lost at a glance. What will truly remain after all this is the self-happiness that we have, good deeds that we have done, the minds that we have developed in ourselves. As Newton's third law of motion suggests, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. It is the same with the nature as well. Every good deed has a good impact, as well as every evil and bad practice is followed by a bad result. So, how are we able to create the future that we have imagined? We need to focus on our spirituality and inner peace to find real happiness. We can practice actions such as aesthetic activities such as singing songs, playing instruments during our leisure time, or playing sports, doing social services to help the needy, practice meditation techniques to develop our minds. At last, it's always about ourselves and finding the meaning of life than just spending it for the sake of having it. So, finally, it is you and me, all of us, who must decide whether to die as we were born or to die as people who have lived a meaningful life. All these remain only dreams if we simply wait and do nothing. We must begin today if we want to wish to see a change tomorrow. And with that hope in our eyes, I look forward to meeting you all in that bright future at the International Youth Envoys Conference in Chongqing, where together we can truly begin making that difference. I'm Bukit Fernando from St. Anthony's College, Kandy, Sri Lanka. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now let's welcome Aquina Silva from St. Anthony's College. Welcome.
So, in 2007, in a small island nation with a rich culture, a child was born to two teachers. And this is me, Aquina Silva, growing up in this island nation where there are enough four multicultural cultures and religions where people live in harmony. I was grown to embrace the fact that the love between these races, the love between these cultures, so that we can work together in harmony. And I've experienced it personally being in Sri Lanka. And my school, St. Anthony's, is no different to that. It has the same atmosphere with quite a few number of cultures and religions where we can mingle and do the work in a collaborative manner. So growing up in these places, I learned that the unity of cultures and races is very important, is very lovable, is very enjoyable when we come to work together. So my point of view, being a Sri Lankan, being an Antonian, is in a decade of our future world, is not something advanced in technology, is not something advanced in agriculture. It's something that is advanced in the love we have in humanity, the love we have between cultures, the love we have between races. So if we can improve on this fact, the technology, we can use this to improve the fact that we can enjoy the company of other people in other ethnic groups, other foreign countries. So as examples, if we can have AI translators, if we can have virtual reality to go to other countries and experience their culture, experience how they value their important, their rich heritages. And if we can all together, in children from everywhere, get together in one place through holograms or anything and learn together, wouldn't that create a safe space for everyone in the earth and learn from each other and develop on the fact that we all have our own technologies that is unique to everyone. Moving on to the next slide. And environment is something the whole world should get together to protect. We all have our different methods, technologies in protecting it. But if we don't get together and protect it, in a decade, would we have this wonderful earth we are living right now? So if we can integrate our cultures, our traditions into the new technology, like cultural metropolis, like cultural cities, and then use technology to clean oceans and use technology to agriculture, to do a better farming with the people, but with new technology integrated with our own cultures. And we can all get together, people, representatives from every country, to one place and decide what we do in our future for our earth. Moving on to the next slide. Moving on. So if we get together with harmony, what can be done in our daily life? Wouldn't it be enjoyable to have a Chinese person next to me, to have a Filipino person next to me, and create that bond between us, to laugh, to sing songs, to dance? Wouldn't that be the world we would hope for in a decade? So I would love to have us enjoying our cultures, dancing, singing, and everything in a decade. And we will set apart our differences, we will set apart our racial colors, and we will get together as one world to enjoy every culture that exists in the world. Moving on. Yes, So what I have to tell you is be proud of your roots. I'll end with one story. It was something when we had in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is a country where tourists from everywhere come to our country. So there was an event where every people got to do a small dance. And one of the Chinese people there did a Sri Lankan traditional dance. Tana, tana, tane, kandena, tana. And that made me realize when a Chinese person did a Sri Lankan dance, that made me happy. And if we can do all the cultures, if we can do something that belongs to another country and give that sense of belongingness to them, wouldn't it be the world that every one of us hope for? We can bring our own roots, we can bring our own ideas backed by our cultures to the world and make that world a better place. So one last thing, be proud of your roots, be proud of your culture, whether it's Chinese, whether it's Filipino, whether it's Sri Lanka, or whether it's anywhere else in the country. Be proud of what you have and bring what you have to the world. So I'll end it with love speaks every language. Thank you. It's me, Aquinas Silva from Sri Lanka.
Thank you so much for your inspiring speech. We back to Chongqing. Let's welcome Gong Wuyang from Jinzhou High School, affiliated to Southwest University, Linjian New District, Chongqing. Welcome.
Hi everyone, my name is Gong Wuyang. I'm from the high school affiliated to Southwest University. I'm in grade 8. I have many hobbies like listening to music, reading books, and so on. Of all my hobbies, I like reading most, especially reading novels. And all of these novels have the same topic, the future. What's the future like in your eyes? Robots everywhere and the flying cars? I don't think so. Now, let's cross the river of time. Take a look what the world will be like in 10 years. First, let's see the landscape of the city. It's just like a forest. The towering trees reach up to the sky. The moss are blooming on the rocks. The birds are singing and the flowers are blooming. Through the forest, you can see the tall buildings and the bright lights. These are our homes. The plants in the city are not just a beautiful landscape. They also make the air more clean and fresher. They bring us a comfortable city. The second stop, let's go to the zoo. There are monkeys, tigers, pandas, and many other animals that we are familiar today. But there is a special one that you have never seen before, the dinosaurs. You may have questions like, is it true or how can be dinosaurs reborn? Let me tell you. The scientists use the ancient animals gene to make them reborn, and they succeed. What scientists did on the dinosaurs are not just for fun, but to save the animals in danger and protect the environment of Earth. To make a better place in 10 years, we should do many research and solve problems. I believe we can do it. All we need to do is just study and be harder. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's welcome Lu Zhiyuan from Nanping Experimental Foreign Language Primary School, Nanping District, Chongqing. Welcome.
Hello everyone, I'm Luo Zhiyuan from Nanping Experimental Foreign Language Primary School. I'm 11 years old. I like reading very much. Today, I want to share my ideas about what Chongqing will be like in 10 years. In the future, there might be elevated megalife trains. As more buildings will be constructed in the city, megalife trains, which are faster than subways, can't run on the ground, so it must be built at a considerable height. Also, autonomous flying cars may come into being. After all, we are already making efforts to develop and utilize them. Of course, there must be a large number of robots in future Chongqing. Robot is already well known and useful today, but in the future, it will be even better and more advanced. I believe Chongqing will get better and better in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next, let's welcome Roman Skorohodov from Southwest University. Welcome.
Good morning, dear guests and participants of this conference. Well, I want you to imagine a world in 2035 where your digital citizenship is as real as your passport. And one of your most valuable skills is your ability to work with computer technology. Throughout history, we often imagine the future as a place with flying cars and cities on Mars. However, the real change in the next 10 years will not just happen in space, but also in our identities and sense of community. We are sort of transitioning from identifying ourselves with the physical borders to being active parts of a global, digital, and interconnected network. In this world, your so-called digital footprints will serve as your digital passport. It won't only represent where you were born, but also the global communities you participate in. The connections we create online may become more defining. Our challenge and opportunity will be to ensure that this digital space is diverse, fair, and promotes genuine understanding rather than just another level of division. So the question is, what will we be doing in this community? We will learn to coexist with the digital world, working alongside it, but with balance and intention. AI won't just be a tool, it might become our partner. It will manage data and logistics, allowing us to focus on what humans do best. Be creative, show empathy, solve complex problems, and connect with each other personally. However, this future won't come on its own, and it requires us, the international youth representatives of today, to shape it with purpose. We must create this new world thoughtfully. We must build technology to empower people, not to harm them. Make education accessible to all and use our creativity to benefit humanity instead of the other way around. So let's not just dream of this future, but work for it together. Let us make sure that in 2035, we have a world that is not only technologically advanced, but also more united, understanding, and hopeful than ever before. Thank you so much.
Thank you. What a bold and captivating vision of the future. Thank you for sharing, everyone. While imagination is vital, it's the power of creativity that turns these visions into reality. So now let's us journey from envisioning the future to the active work of creating it. Now let's move to our third theme, my creative design. 接下来是第三个主题，我的创意传想之未来。生活. Join us in discovering how our youth ambassador applying their wisdom and originality to present the unique solution for tomorrow. Now let's welcome Zhou Jihan from Yubei Yuelai Experimental School Affiliated Middle School to Southwest University. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Zhou Zihan, a junior high school student who love science and technology. It's my pleasure to be here to give a speech today. Now, technology is changing our life. Do you often be angry with find nothing at all? To solve the problem, I want to introduce a game changer for our daily life, Home internet. A system that turns "where did I put my keys?" into a question of the past. So what exactly is home internet? It's not about Wi-Fi or routers. It's a bridge between physical and digital world of your home. First, you attach a tiny, affordable tax to your daily item, keys, remote controls, even your kid's favorite toy. Then you can scan each room once with a VR compatible device. After that, whenever you can find something, just put the VR glasses. The system will show you a digital overlay of your home with a glowing marker pointing describing to the item's location. In the picture, we can see the near-term burger scan with VR glasses. Let's imagine three common scenarios. In the morning rush, you're late for work but can't find your wallet. Instead of rummaging through drawers, put the VR headset. A glowing dot leads you to the wallet. For parents, it's a lifesaver. When your children's beloved stuffed bear goes missing before bedtime, the headset shows it under the sofa. Save you from turning the house upside down. Even for organizing its shines, you can label strangers' box with tags. Need that winter scarf in summer? The system points you to the exact box in the closet. No more opening everyone. The magic of home internet isn't just about finding things. It's about taking back time. We spend 10 minutes a day on average looking for lost items. This system gives that time back to you to read, play with your kids, or just relax. It turns your home from a piece of "where did I put what?" to a space of "can." Thanks for listening. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing us. The next one is Zhou Junxiu from Chongqing University of Science and Technology, School of Economics and Finance, majoring in International Economics and Trade. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Zhou Junxiu from the College of Economics and Trade and Finance at Chongqing University of Science and Technology. Today, it's my honor to stand here to share my work. And please look at this picture. And this picture have Tibetan, Korean, Han, Kazakh, England people in this picture from over the world. Each ethnic group demonstrates its unique cultural characteristics. And you can see the Tibetan young man wearing a red Tibetan costume is presenting a hada to Han girls that wearing a Han Han costumes. This Thai girl is dancing graceful, showing her angel dance moves. And what's more, there are also a lot of ethnic groups in this picture and wearing their different traditional costumes. There's no dispute in this painting, and people of the ethnic groups live in harmony and respect each other's cultural differences. I created this picture because I firmly believe that the future world war conflict will eventually be replaced by understanding and tolerance. Therefore, I want to express it that this is the future life I imagine. No war, no conflict, and only have the peace and the love. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. And next, let's welcome Qin Shida from Chongqing Vocational Institute of Tourism, majoring in Business English. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Qin Shida, a student from Chongqing Vocational Institute of Tourism. It's a great honor to be here with you to envision the future. And the topic I want to discuss with you is, what will coexistence with AI in the future be like? Some people say that AI will take away our jobs and even threaten the very existence of ours. But in my view, AI itself is neutral. Its value lies in how we choose to use it. Looking back at history, every technological revolution has sparked fear. Yet, in the end, humanity has always turned technology into wings, enabling us to soar to greater heights. A society coexisting with AI will be filled with more warmth. Imagine this. The intelligent healthcare provides early warnings of illnesses for the elderly in remote areas. The AI assistant opened the door to barrier-free communication for the people with disabilities. The personalized learning platform helps every child find their own path to success. Technology is no longer just code, but a bridge that conveys care. We don't need to worry about AI replacing human emotions, because human love, empathy, and creativity are the soul of our humanity, something AI can never replicate. A society coexisting with AI will also be one where work becomes more valuable. AI will take over every repetitive task, but it can never replace human strategic thinking, global innovation, or interpersonal connections. The works in the future will become a brand new type of human lead and AI collaborated. Designers use AI to generate inspiration. Scientists use AI to accelerate research. Teachers use AI to enhance education. We will transition from executors to creators, from laborers to value shaper. Friends, the future is not preordained. It's shaped by every choice we made. Instead of fearing the changes AI bring, we should embrace the possibility it offers. Make AI a powerful driving force for the advancement of human civilization. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much for sharing. And now is Ding Chuqiao from Cai Yunhu Forest Primary School, Zhonglenpo District, Chongqing. Welcome.
My creative vision of our future life. Hello everyone, I'm Ding Chuqiao. I'm 8 years old. I live in Chongqing, a place full of beauty and wonders. Today, I want to share my creative vision of our future life. I believe that the world will change a lot with new technology, especially with smart robots and artificial intelligence. In the future, robots will play a big role in our lives. These robots will not only make life easier, but will also help people focus on more creative and fun things. They might clean our homes, take care of our gardens, or even help us in schools. I think that robots will be great companions. They could talk with us, play games, and even help us solve problems. I imagine a world where every family has a friendly robot to help with daily tasks. One of my biggest dreams is to become a robotics scientist. When I grow up, I want to work with robots, making them smarter and more helpful for people. In my future job, I will design my own smart robots that can learn new things on their own. I would work with a team of experts to program robots to understand human emotions and help in areas like healthcare and education. For example, imagine a robot that can help doctors take care of patients or assist teachers in classrooms. At school, I enjoy learning about computers, science, and mathematics. I believe that every great invention starts with a simple idea and a lot of hard work through studying and practicing. I hope to come up with ideas that can change our lives in amazing ways. Thank you for listening to my speech, and I hope you also dream big about the amazing future life that awaits us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your inspiring speech. We're back to the Philippine venue. Let's welcome Julia Maria Tisra P. Austria from Confucius Institute at Angeles University Foundation.
So let me start with a question. Have you ever wondered whether your small efforts for the environment truly matter? You see reports about pollution and extreme weather, especially here in the Philippines during summer, and you feel the urge to act. But then comes the doubt. I'm just one person. Can I really make a difference? That sense of helplessness, of wanting to help but feeling powerless, is something many of us know all too well. But what if that feeling could be replaced with connection and visible change? That's exactly what the Global Youth Action Puzzle aims to do. Its idea is simple: to gather every small environmental effort made by young people all around the world and piece them together into one living, glowing World Environmental Action Map. Here's how it works. Step 1. If you plant trees in your neighborhood or bring your own water to school for a month to reduce plastic use, you can upload your action to a special app and mark your city on that map. Step 2. The system turns your action into a colorful puzzle. Green for trees, blue for reducing plastic, yellow for saving electricity. And each action adds shade to your hope to this glowing picture. This project stands out for its visible collective impact, turning local efforts into a global picture of action. Its gamified visuals makes participation engaging as every color represents real progress. And by encouraging small, repeatable habits, it helps build lasting and sustainable change. Before, our small acts often went unnoticed, but now a tree planted by a student in China becomes a green patch on Asia's maps, while a friend in Brazil who recycles plastic bottles adds a blue one in South America. As these colors spread, one truth becomes clear. It's never just me. It's all of us taking small but meaningful steps that inspire broader change. Each puzzle is a promise to our planet. Real change takes time and cooperation, but awareness begins with action. So, will you join young people everywhere in making this map more vibrant, one step at a time? Thank you very much. Mabuhay.
Thank you so much. And now let's welcome Manguera Caldowen Y from Confucius Institute at Angeles University Foundation.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. I have a one question. Have you ever wanted to share a part of your culture with someone far away, yet held back by language? You want to describe the story of the Nianbis tucked inside a paper cut design from your hometown. You want to tell the world about the taste of grandma's freshly baked bibingka. You want to show how simple banig carries the warmth of a Filipino home. Yet sometimes the words just not don't want to come. That barrier we feel is more than just a grammar. It is an invisible cultural wall between us and the global friends we wish we could truly connect with. Today, I stand here to tear that wall down. Let me share with you the Global Journal Exchange Program. One journal, one student at a time, one real friendship formed beyond borders. Here's how it works. Step one, we create a cultural journal by hand. No long essays required. A quick sketch of bibingka, a tiny piece of banig, or a pressed flower from your favorite hometown spot. Add a short note in Chinese Mandarin or English and your native language. Something as simple as 这是巴老王岛的淡水珍珠. In English, this pearl comes from the beautiful shores of Palawan. See? Culture doesn't need grand explanations. It only needs a heart. Step two, we send this journal to a student in different countries through schools and public welfare platforms. Then we wait for their reply. Maybe they will send drawings of Chinese festivals, or even a tiny picture of a Great Wall, or drawing of handbook buttons from Korea, or a tiny Diwali candy wrapper from India. Suddenly, culture becomes something we want to see, touch, and treasure. 我为什么想做这件事？去年生日, my Chinese pen pal, Lou Yuxiang, sent me a hand-painted postcard. 正面是北京天安门，背面用中文和菲律宾语写着生日快乐. It was a small thing, yet touched my heart in a way that long digital messages never did. That moment opened my eyes. When culture becomes tangible, friendship becomes real. We are the youth of the world. We are the bridge. Every journal we send is a courageous first step toward understanding, toward empathy, toward peace. Because when we share even the smallest parts of who we are, we say, I see you, I value you, I want to learn from you. So before I end this, I want you to pause. Think of any small pleasure from your culture that you love. Picture it traveling across oceans and landing in the hands of someone who will hold it for the first time in their life. Imagine the smile that follows. That smile is the beginning of the global friendship. Let us build those friendships. Let us write our culture into the world. Let us start one journal. Together, we can transform strangers into allies and curiosity into connection. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, the Filipino students, for their wonderful insight. And we are back to Chongqing. Let's welcome Zhen Miaohan from Werahin High School of Chongqing. Welcome.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, hello everyone. I'm a student from Chongqing number 2 Foreign Language School. Today, I'm very glad to tell you something about my creative future life. Do you know how to bring culture and technology together in our daily lives? I have come up with an idea to make cultural heritage accessible to everyone. Let's go on. There are 4 parts in my speech: my inspiration, the crisis of cultural heritage, an introduction to 3D modeling, and the combination. First of all, as for my inspiration, when I was 12 years old, When I was 12 years old, I went to Beijing once. Standing in front of the Peking University, I was swayed by the ancient and profound historical atmosphere in my heart. At that time, I was thinking about how to integrate cultural heritage with modern life and give culture new vitality. Unluckily, cultural heritage is in a very dangerous situation. Historical treasures such as Mogao Caves and the Palace Museum, which have witnessed centuries, are gradually disappearing from our sight. Therefore, making cultural heritage easily accessible and allowing the public experiencing the beauty of Chinese culture has become an urgent issue to address. Of course, 3D modeling can perfectly address this. This means cultural heritage is now accessible on our phones, bringing culture just a tap away. However, 3D modeling creates digital objects for games and movies, but it needs powerful computers and takes a long time to learn and make detailed models well. So, every solution has its limits. We should leverage technology to meet cultural needs. Let's proceed to part 4, combination. 3D modeling still has limits. Many historical styles, like 3D models and some cultural heritage, can be viewed in full on phones, which needs improvement. We should learn technology with tradition, putting culture into their lives through new forms by creating heritage in the pocket. 指尖上的文化遗产. We make culture easily accessible to boost cultural confidence. That's it for my ideas on future cultural innovation. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much. Now let's welcome He Zhijian from Chongqing Yucai Secondary School. Welcome.
Hello everyone, I am He Zhijian, a student in Chongqing Yucai Secondary School. As more and more people move to cities in China, a huge amount of household waste is being produced every year. This has become a big problem for most cities. According to a report from the China Urban Environment Sanitation Association in 2010, China produced almost 1 billion tons of waste each year, including about 400 million tons of household waste. In over one-third of cities, the landfills are already full, and they can't handle any more waste. News about cities surrounded by garbage and illegal dumping of waste in other places often appears in newspapers and on TV. Because of this, I made a multi-purpose desk lamp using old materials and things that were not being used. The multi-purpose desk lamp is built using a mobile phone stand as its main frame. Inside, there are 2 types of wires. High voltage wires are used to power the desk lamp, bedside lamp, and the repair light. These can be connected to a normal power outlet. No voltage wires are used when there is no electricity. In this case, the lamp can still work by using a mobile phone and a power bank. This creates a simple emergency light system that can be used at home when the power is off. Last, let's save energy, protect the environment, and create a better future together. Thanks for listening to me.
Thank you so much for your insights. Now let's welcome Aipiri Timirbekova from Southwest University. Welcome.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I will be talking about my innovative design, OU therapy. It is an honor for me to participate in Seeking Unity Across Lands and Seas International Forum. So, first of all, I want to talk about clip thinking. what is clip thinking? What's the correlation with clip thinking and my OU therapy project? So clip thinking is a modern way of processing information. It means our brains have become used to short, fast, and fragmented pieces of content. It's called clip thinking because it's like watching endless short video clips instead of one complete story. We start thinking in fragments, not in connections. So the other phenomena that I would like to talk about, it's a brain rot. It's quite actually related to clip thinking. So over time, clip thinking overstimulates our brain's reward system. Each new video, sound, or image gives a small dopamine spark. But when the brain gets too many sparks, it starts needing more. And ordinary life starts to feel boring. So that's when brain rot happens. It's the feeling of mental emptiness, lack of motivation, and burnout from endless scrolling. Your brain wants the constant novelty, but can't find satisfaction or meaning anymore. Okay, I don't want to talk about causes of brain rot. So I would want to straightforwardly go into the next slide. Thank you. So you will ask me, like, what is OU? OU in Kazakh means pattern, carving, and ornament. It's one of the most ancient forms of expression in Kazakh culture, a visual language that carries emotion, belief, and identity. In the past, OU was not just decoration, it was a way to communicate through patterns on clothes, carpets, and yurts. People could understand who you were, where you came from, and what you valued through OU. So, it was in a way a visual form of storytelling and an emotional connection to the world. Next slide, please. So I would like to talk about my Mandela kind of a painting with the traditional OU. So first OU I would like to talk about is muse. Muse is a traditional Kazakh ornament that symbolizes strength, prosperity, and vitality. The term muse directly translates to horn, specifically referring to the horns of a ram. This ornament has different variations depending on its designs and how it's used, but the common motive is spiral, powerful, and bold, reflecting the energetic life of the steppe and the strength of the animals that roam it. The next slide. Thank you. And the second OU I would like to mention about, this OU actually is my favorite OU. It's called Sirke Muse OU. Sirke is a more symbolic ornament often seen in Kazakh art and carvings representing freedom, nobility, and protection. While Sirke might specifically refer to the eagle's wing or the bird's footprint, it generally represents flight, high status, and the ability to rise above. Next slide, please. So, why it works and why it is innovative. First of all, coloring OU patterns helps the brain slow down and focus, combating the distractions of modern life and clip thinking. Second of all, instead of passive screen time, OU therapy offers an active, creative way to improve mental well-being. OU therapy combines art and mindfulness, using cultural symbols to help individuals reconnect with their emotions and find inner peace. It's a simple, calming, and creative practice suitable for people of all ages, promoting emotional health and focus. My project proposes using Kazakh ornaments as a way to counter clip thinking and brain rot. Through slow contemplation, interaction, and the creation of patterns, a person learns to perceive the world as a whole again, to see depth in form and meaning in line. OU becomes not just a decorative element, but an innovative tool for restoring thoughtful perception, right? My idea is to use traditional Kazakh ornaments as a form of visual therapy and a creative hobby. In the era of a fast, fragmented thinking, people lose the ability to perceive deeply. The slow lines, rhythms of OU bring back attention, teach mindfulness and contemplation. I propose to translate these ornaments into modern media formats, interactive posters, applications, and object design to make ancient philosophy part of today's visual culture. So yeah, I just want to mention that I'm from Kazakhstan. Thank you very much for listening. It was an honor for me to stand here and speak.
Thank you, everyone. What an inspiring journey from heartfelt hometown sentiments through bold vision of the future to tangible creative designs. We have witnessed the thinking, talent, and passion of every single ambassador. I'm sure many of you, like me, are now brimming with the reflection and question eager to be shared. So now let's move into our Q&A session. 那么现在我们就进入我们的自由问答环节。I encourage everyone to use the chat box or raised hands function to pose your questions to any speaker who has been inspired. Let's make this an exciting exchange of ideas. Does anyone have questions? 来这里你们可以问一下举手。There are some. 你给他们。
Hello, I'd love to ask a question to the young envoys at the Philippines souvenir. Looking ahead, what do you think is the biggest global challenge that our generation of young people will face, and how should we prepare for it?
Okay, the Philippine venue, did you hear the question? Well, we are waiting for your answers. Please turn on the mic.
So, looking to the future, I believe that our generation's greatest challenge will be preserving the authentic human connection in the face of rapid technological progress. As the world grows more digital and AI-driven, innovation brings ease, but it also brings emotional distance in a sense. So our relationships risk becoming shallow, our identities shaped by trends and emotions clouded by constant comparison. To prepare, we can take concrete steps, maybe set limits on screen time to make room for real interactions, engage in face-to-face conversations more often, and practice digital mindfulness, which by reflecting on what we consume on the internet and share online. So we could also join communities and collaborative projects to remind us how teamwork and empathy thrive beyond screens. So if we can stay emotionally grounded while embracing progress, we'll shape a future where technology strengthens connection instead of replacing it altogether. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your answer. Do you guys have any question to ask?
I'd like to ask a question to the young envoys at the Sri Lanka sub-venue. If you were to introduce a symbol that can best represent the culture of your hometown to the world, it could be a song, a tradition, a place, or a kind of food. What would you choose and why?
Okay, we are waiting for Sri Lankan venue to answer the question.
Yes, actually, if someone from abroad or any tourist from any country in the world asks me about a tradition that defines Sri Lanka, I would most probably say, relevant to our hometown as well, I would most probably say it is the Candy Asana procession, as Master Tisarabe Gunawardena as well as Charako Ekanayaka said earlier. So, as they have mentioned it earlier, I'm going to go to a different topic this time. So, as Akona Silva before said, Sri Lanka is a multicultural society. there are a lot of cultures around Sri Lanka. So among them, I have chosen as a symbol that represents Sri Lanka the folk song. The traditional farming is a key main source of uh, tradition prevails in Sri Lanka. Among them, when we used to protect the crops, the traditional crops that we grow in the paddy fields and in the fields, we used to sing songs uh, to protect the crops from the animals like elephants, the cows, and animals like that. So among them, I have chosen one folk poem today. I'll sing it for you. Unnamale hoenamale nilamare atta bide paye burule tabavare keleni gange oru yanawa balavare sadhu kar diyoruaka nagi vare. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your wonderful insights and the singing. Do you guys have any question for our students here in Chongqing? Yes, please, Sri Lanka venue, you can ask the question.
Okay, so our question from the Chongqing China venue is what traditions or daily practices do you follow to preserve your cultural identity in this fast-changing world?
Okay, thank you. Guys here, who wants to answer the questions?
So, excuse me, I didn't hear very clearly. Can you just repeat a little bit about the question?
Sri Lanka venue, could you please say again, repeat the question for us?
Okay, sure. So our question from the Chongqing venue is what traditional or daily practices, folk or any traditional methods and traditional practices do you follow to preserve your cultural identity in this fast-changing world? Any kind of dances, any kind of songs, what defines you?
Okay, so thank you for your question. I think there's one thing very important for us Chinese to a tradition to practice to preserve our roots and culture in this modern world that is becoming more and more global and homogenized is that we still celebrate the Spring Festival, also known as the Chinese New Year, at the much between like January to February every year. The date is not set, but it's according to the lunar calendar that is traditionally used in ancient China. So although many people might think that a year ends at January 1st, according to the public calendar, however, to me personally, because we celebrate the most important festival, the Spring Festival, between January and February. So as a Chinese person, I personally believe or I feel like that a year officially ends when it's time for the Spring Festival. And I think this is something that makes me a Chinese, and that's what makes me identified as Chinese person. And it's very different from elsewhere in the world. Like in Sri Lanka, you celebrate your way of New Year, and to you guys, maybe you feel like the New Year starts in a different date than elsewhere in the world. Like maybe they start on January 1st, mostly in the West. It starts during the Spring Festival. For me as a Chinese, it starts according to the Sri Lanka date of New Year to you. So I think practicing and celebrating the traditional way of starting a new year is an important route and practice for me to identify as a Chinese person. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We've seen the Philippine venue have some questions. Yes, guys, please.
Hello. In daily communication or cooperation with friends from other countries, if cultural conflicts arise due to differences in customs and values, what actions would you take first to resolve the conflict while respecting both sides' cultural differences?
Okay, thank you so much. Our Chongqing venue, who wants to answer the question?
Okay, so thank you for your question. I think this is common in cross-cultural communication. And first, I will stay calm and respectful, just considering this not as a problem to solve, but as a chance to learn, because I know that it's our unique backgrounds that shape our ideas. And secondly, I will just ask some questions like, could you tell me more about your perspectives in your culture? This will help me to understand your perspectives fully before sharing my own, and also maybe will make you feel valued. And last, I will share with you my viewpoints in my culture, and seek for the common ground. This will just bridge the gap, cultural gap, and also foster the real connection. So I think the key is to remember that we need is the mature understanding, not to winning the debate. So that's my approach. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for your enthusiastic participation. Before the event, we quietly collected a heartfelt message from each participant and placed them all into this small card of wishes. Now, let's transition into the warm A Message for You segment. 接下来我们是温暖的我想对你说环节. So let's take a quiet moment together and listen to this sincere voice from the heart. The first is Chongqing venue.
Dear international friends, I feel honored to participate in this exchange. And now I'm more than glad to share my feeling with all of you. Although we are separate by vast ocean, and our daily study and life seasons are quite different. Our thirst for knowledge, our value for friendship, and our pursuit of dreams are the same. I'm full of curiosity about our culture and can't wait to learn about the stories behind your traditional festival and characteristic cuisines. Meanwhile, I'm also happy to share wonderful Chinese stories like Chinese poetry and intangible culture haptic skill with you in English. Let's cherish this time for international exchange and let this friendship across seas and lands last forever. I seriously look forward to meeting you all face to face in the future. May our first friendship shine like stars, and may the flowers of culture exchange bloom forever. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Who else here in Chongqing venue wants to share their thoughts?
I want to say to everyone, thank you for being willing to see the landscape of the mountain city and listen to the stories of her through my eyes. And through this event, I not only shared my hometown, but also saw such a vast and colorful world. It was truly meaningful. I had a wonderful time today. Thank you to everyone.
Thank you so much. Who else wants to share?
My wishes is simple. Across the vast divides of land and sea, our friendship remains a construct bridge. I hold on to the hope of a future where we can meet to listen, learn, and truly work in each other's world. Until that day, may you pass be bright, your heart light. That's all.
Thank you so much. Let's go back to Sri Lankan venue.
So, hello again. So, first of all, we all are glad to have you all to have this interactive session with China, with Philippines. We are very far away, but with this virtual technology, we get to have these interactive sessions with all these countries, and we learned a lot about Chinese culture, about Filipino culture, and we can't wait to come there and experience the awesomeness, the epicness in all of your countries. So, as a message, I want to tell you that no matter how modern our world becomes, trust in your roots, trust in the roots of your country, trust in your culture, because all of you can bring something new to the world. All of you can bring the solutions to the prevailing problems with your cultures backed by your traditions. So don't fall apart from your traditions, don't fall apart from your country. Have that recognition, love that recognition, and learn to love and respect everyone for their own cultures and traditions, so that we could make this earth a better place. And one more invitation to all of you. So we can't wait to see you here in Sri Lanka. So we invite you all to explore our tradition by coming to Sri Lanka and experience how wonderful, how marvelous we are here at Sri Lanka. So you all are welcome to come visit our country. And then goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Sri Lanka venue. And the next one is the Philippine venue. Guys, we're ready to hear your warm messages.
Hi again, everyone. It is both an honor and responsibility to be in this cross-cultural communication. With this, I would like to conclude our country's call to let us make respect our standing point, our starting point in every encounter, and understand our bridge to deeper connection. In a world often divided by language, culture, and belief, these values become our common ground. These values guiding us toward harmony rather than discord. When we learn to see through each other's eye, we begin to uncover the stories behind every difference, realizing that diversity is not a barrier, but a beautiful expression of our shared humanity. Together, we can create a future where peace is not just a dream, but a way of life, one that begins in our classroom, flows into our communities, and echoes across nations. Thank you and mabuhay.
Thank you so much, Philippine venue. These sincere words serve as the most touching postscript to our event today. As today's sharing session draws to a close, we are truly honored to invite Mr. Li Chanxing to provide closing remarks. and reflection. Mr. Lee, the stage is yours.
Thank you, all of you, to give me the opportunity to have the reflection. Frankly speaking, I have impressed by all the excellent students' performance. Even a little boy and little girls, their talents are so beautiful. And compared with us 20 years ago, when we speak English, everyone can tell where we are from because of the accent. But now we cannot because your excellent performance. You are so wonderful. I think this time you can give you a warm applause for your performance. Okay, I will talk about for each section. I should see for my hometown the same. I have a wonderful journey because your introduction gave me a vivid picture in my mind, both for the Chongqing side, the Sri Lanka, and the Philippines. And it not simply give us the beautiful scenery, the cuisines, but also the unique traditional element. And I also noticed that for the second themes, it's break my stereotype. I just think your imagination will just think about the technology, but it is not. The perspective you choose are so unique, not simply about the physical world, to talk about the robot, we see the trains, but also talk about the inner world, about the mental world and spiritual world. So maybe 10 years later, our world will become beautiful. It's not simply because of technology, but because the young generations, because your focus is not only about how to build the wonderful buildings, the fantastic machines, you focus on the whole world, the human beings itself, and the world you are living on. And and also interesting, I don't know whether you have noticed that one of our boys used Super Wing, the inspiration from the animation. But I think that's so wonderful because all the technologies comes from life, the inspiration. Okay, so that is, I think, impressed me most. And also, you can see some students give us a word to have a wonderful and beautiful environment. Let's think about our world in 10 years. How can we live harmonious with those animals? Even we can save some endangered animals. So that is also a good point. And for the third part, for the creative designs, I was surprised that even the young guys, their focus is not the simple questions. They have a profound insight into the world. What they want to settle is not so very small questions, but all closely related to our futures. So now, maybe 10 years later, I will retire. So now I was eager to wait for my retirement life. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lee, for your profound and visionary remarks. Dear friends, today we have been privileged to hear 28 distinct voices and witnesses 28 visions of tomorrow. Though our event is drawing to a close, I believe the connection we've forged today will not fade, and the inspiration we've ignited will take a root and flourish in these days to come. My heartfelt thanks once again to all the organizers, teams, technical support crew, and every individual, those who made this possible. May the connection we forged today become the first step of our shared journey toward a brighter future. Now let's move into a meaningful transition, our group photo spanning both online and offline. To our friends who is here in person, please gather closer just in front of me. To those joining us online, share your brightest smiles with the camera. Let this complete picture forever, capturing the wisdom and the warmth we've shared this memorable morning together. Thank you. Guys, please come here just in front of me and let's do a beautiful picture all together. Okay, this way. Like the guys who's the shorter just in front, the taller on the back. 这小朋友在前面一点。然后 just okay.
小朋友再往里面走一点。对，再往里面，大家稍微挤一点。
Okay, closer to each other.
好，来准备，来看好。
Okay, everyone, the Sri Lankan and the Philippine venue, just smile. I'll do 3, 2, 1, and 大家都笑一下。3, 2, 1. Okay, guys, that's all for today. 这个活动就是满员的结束了，谢谢大家，再见。